Hey guys, welcome to Movie Rex. I'm Megan, and today I'm giving you the 5 movies I cannot wait to watch in 2025. But be sure you stick around to the end because I will also give you the one movie I will not be watching this year or any other year. With that being said, let's get started. First up, M3GAN 2.0. So I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the trailer for the original M3GAN, I really thought that it was just gonna be a ripoff of the Child's Play movies. I was so wrong. They really took this in a completely different direction, and it hit home with everything going on with AI and all of that. So first one, I was shocked to see how much I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with the next one. Now, the trailer is just more of like a teaser, so it doesn't go into too much of what the story is going to be. But based on the teaser, I think it's going to be really good. And I think they're going to take it up a notch with like the gore and everything. There's one scene in particular, pretty intense. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this one. Speaking of sequels, next up, 28 Years Later. So if you do nothing else after watching this video, do yourself a favor and watch the trailer for 28 Years Later. They did such a good job with this. They have the poem Boots playing in the background. It's a poem by Rudyard Kipling, who also wrote The Jungle Book. I don't know whose idea it was to include that poem in the background of the trailer, but whoever it was, great job, because it is awesome. The poem really just encompasses like the whole feel of the first 2 films, and I'm sure what this next film's gonna be. Now, the only thing with the trailer is that at the very end, they show a guy that looks an awful lot like a zombie version of Jim, the character from the first film played by Cillian Murphy. I haven't seen his name listed in the credits, so I don't know if it's him. I mean, there's been talk about it with some other actor, and you know, I've seen articles about that, but I don't know, they might really be throwing you off. So I don't know if Jim made it after the first one. He obviously wasn't in the second one, but we'll see what happens. It could be a completely different character. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious about that one. I hope he makes it in this one. I really like Cillian Murphy. I did see Ralph Fiennes will be in it though, so we'll see what happens. But yes, do yourself a favor, watch the trailer. Like I said, I'll leave a link for that in the description, but this one looks really good. I think the first 2 films were great, and I think the third one is going to be just as good. Next up, Frankenstein. So I am super stoked for this one. There's no trailer for it yet, but it is going to be done by Guillermo del Toro. I am a huge fan of his. The things he's able to do with like creatures and bringing them to life in his films, just incredible. I mean, Pan's Labyrinth is, to me, one of the best films ever made. And the creatures in that, oh my God, the guy with like the eyes and everything. Oh, it's just so great. There's only been one movie where he really let me down, and that was Mama. And that was because he just used the computer generated stuff the entire time for the creature. It was all fake, and you know, I love the puppets. And Antlers is another great example. I mean, Antlers was a movie that got postponed because of COVID, but when it finally came out, it was worth the wait. Just, I'm telling you, there's just something so wonderful about the things that Guillermo del Toro can come up with. I mean, it's like the stuff of beautiful nightmares is the best way to describe it. Whatever he plans to do with Frankenstein, I am all in it. I can't really see how they would do too much computer generated stuff with, you know, the Frankenstein monster. So I don't know. I'm just really excited for this one. I hope it's as good as I think it's going to be. Once the trailer drops, I will absolutely be doing a short on it and, you know, ultimately a review on that one. So hopefully it's really good, but I love Guillermo del Toro. He's amazing. So really excited for that one. Next up, Happy Gilmore 2. I don't know about you guys, but I could really go for an Adam Sandler comedy right about now, especially with the returning characters of Happy Gilmore. If you watch the teaser at the very end, who comes up but Shooter McGavin, played once again by Christopher McDonald. His character in Happy Gilmore, I'm sorry, I think that made that movie 10 times funnier than it would have been had he not been in there. So I am super excited to see how big of a role he's going to be playing in this. I'm wondering if he's going to still be the villain or if he's going to kind of take on like the Chubbs role. I don't know. That's kind of like the mentor. We'll see. They really don't give too much away in the trailer, just that he's back. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with it. I mean, the original had probably one of the best arguments ever on screen. Here you go.
You're in big trouble though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
Yeah, so if it's anything where it's going to be more stuff like that, I think we are all in for a much needed treat. All right, finally, Wolfman. Okay, so this one's a little bit tricky. I love a good werewolf movie, but there's a caveat. It all depends on the outcome of the monster and the transformation process. I know I'm kind of like flying my nerd flag here, but that's fine. I don't care. If you watch a movie or a werewolf movie and like 2010's Wolfman, I just could not get on board with it. I've seen a lot of people talk about how the ultimate creature at the end was really great, but the transformation process, it was all done through computer. So to me, it was just a big letdown. But I can see based on the trailer that he's absolutely taking more of a psychological approach as far as what goes on inside the psyche of the man as he's turning into the werewolf. So I'm very interested to see how this one's gonna go. There's also more of like a family dynamic. So I think overall, it looks like it's gonna be really good. I'm really excited for it. I'm just really hoping there's not a big letdown with the transformation scene. It's always better to invest in the makeup and the special effects, in my opinion, when it comes to that. So hopefully he does that here. All right, so there you have it. Those are the 5 movies I cannot wait to see in 2025. Now here's the one movie I will not be watching, and that is Snow White. Yes, Rachel Zegler did a fantastic job of convincing me not to watch that movie. I've never seen someone try so hard to get her, well, I guess I've never really been a fan, but to try so hard to get her audience to not watch her movie. I mean, she completely shit all over the first one, the original Snow White. So to me, it's like, why are you going to do a live action, quote unquote, remake if you didn't even like the original? That's not what people want. They want to see a live action remake. Although, to be honest with you, I don't even like the live action remakes. I prefer the cartoons. I just think there's something very special about them. So for me, it's like, if they're going to touch them anyway, at least do the original justice that you're, copying from, essentially. So yeah, no, she did a really great job of convincing me not to watch that movie. So I will not be watching it this year or any other year. I know they keep trying to redo it and, make changes, but I don't think it's going to help. I feel like they should just scrap it and do something else. All right, guys, there you have it. The 5 movies I cannot wait to watch in 2025, plus the 1 movie I will not be watching this year or any other. Let me know what you guys think of my list. As always, thank you so much for watching, and be on the lookout for more movie rec videos.